Basilio was an eccentric boy, incredibly gifted and obsessed with insects and invertebrates, in particular millipedes and centipedes. However, he never got along with his peers. He was constantly bullied throughout all of his school life and frequently referred to as Bug Boy. In his late 20s, Datu traveled to the continent of Istenia. The alien-like landscape was brimming with wildlife and uncharted terrain, a dream for anyone wanting to discover new and exciting species of animals. While on his travels, he went to the country of North Ikibu. There he met a lovely man, Janus. The two soon fell in love and settled down together. Datu had a deep fear of being forgotten, of being a nobody, and for the first time in his life he felt accepted, and he never wanted to feel different again. However, as the years rolled on, it became more and more apparent that he wasn't everyone's cup of tea. He was arrogant, egocentric, and his lack of social skills often lead to conflicts in the community. After an outbreak in his personal lab, where hundreds of centipedes got released into the local ecosystem, Datu was persecuted. It was the last straw, and the community kept their distance after that. So Datu began to isolate himself more and more, seeking the company of his centipedes instead, and becoming more self-consumed. Thus, Datu and his partner Janus started growing further and further apart as Datu's obsession had grown out of control. Then one day he discovered a new species of centipedes, Scolopendra gigantea nordiquensis. He had brought home one of these centipedes and named it Barney. He spent nights and nights in his personal lab exploring this species, testing out its fascinating traits. Janus was really tired of Datu and his obsession. The strain on their relationship grew bigger. The constant shouting matches and name-calling had totally derailed all the feelings Janus had for his partner. So Janus left Datu, but not before pulling a final stunt, a goodbye present that Datu would never forget. While Datu was out getting food for Barney and the other centipedes, Janus had arranged for an exterminator company to come and work their magic. When Datu returned, he found the house under a large tent. It was being fumigated. He lost it and ran inside without any regard for his own safety. The exterminator crew tried to stop him, but they couldn't hold him back. As he entered the home, he rushed for the lab. All the various centipedes he owned were either dead or dying. He broke their glass enclosures and tried to save as many as he could. However, he collapsed to the ground. Everything was spinning. He was dizzy and disorientated. Datu passed out on the floor. Then Barney the centipede entered Datu's mouth, and the rest of the living centipedes followed. They swarmed into his body, a last effort of survival. One of the exterminators managed to find Datu and rescue him, but the damage was done. He was dead. He got buried 2 days later, and a quick funeral was held to a critically low attendance. Datu's body changed over the course of several months, and then he woke up, 6 feet underground. He smashed the coffin and dug up through the ground. Rising, a newborn creature, an awful hybrid of man and centipede, spawned from the weird symbiotic relationship between Barney the centipede and Datu's decaying body. He had powers to control centipedes and millipedes. He had a poisonous bite, enhanced strength and speed. He had impressive regenerative abilities, able to regrow limbs. Datu took up the mantle of Centurion, and he swore he'd never be mocked or made to feel lesser, ever again.